Now, most people quit trading not because they don't know it or they didn't learn it, but because they actually expect that they will be rich the next month or two. Now, here's the thing, if you came to trading thinking that, oh, you're gonna be rich ASAP, well, you already lost it, buddy. You already lost it. Let me give you an example. Let's say you watch a YouTube tutorial on how to fly a plane. Now, would you expect if you hop on that plane the next day and let's say turn on the engine, do you think that you can be able to fly that plane? Well, I don't think so. It's the same thing with trading. You can't expect, like, after 1 month of staring to the charts, that you would be able to be profitable. Now, let me tell you a lie everybody told you about with trading. So, on social media, on Instagram, YouTube, etc., you would see these people who posts their luxury lifestyles about trading, and you would expect, oh, I'm gonna be that person in 2 months or 3 months because I want to learn how to trade or because I want to start trading. Well, not specifically. They didn't actually show you the 2 years or 5 years of the hard, dedicated work that they put in. Their journaling, their systems, their rules, they didn't show you all that. They just showed you the output, not the process. Now, that's the thing that I want to talk about right now. It's basically the process. Now, what does process mean in trading? It is the things that you control. Your rules, your systems, your strategy, your chart analysis, your screen time on TradingView, for example, your journaling, all of that, we call them process, the input that you put into this industry, the things that you control. Now, the things that you don't control, which are the outcome, are basically your P&Ls, your win streak, your losing streak, all of that, the market movements, for example, all of that, you don't control these things. So no need to actually worry about these things and just focus on what you need to do. That's it. It is simple. It will take time. You need patience. Patience is the name of the game here. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not like, oh, let me just get into that meme coin and make millions off of it. You think meme coin traders just put in, like, let's say $1,000 into a meme coin and they made $1 million out of it? No, they spent time researching about this stuff, researching, developing systems on how to spot these meme coins early. Inputs versus outputs, or let me reframe it this way, inputs over outputs. As I said, screen time, studying the charts, journaling, it is the most important thing in trading. Focus on these instead of focusing about the outcome, the results, the P&L. These will come. If you focus on the inputs, the rest will come, the money will come. Why rush it? You need to have this patience. You can't force outputs. That's the thing. You can't, because you can't control them, you can't force them. If you force them and if you chase the outputs, They will just run away. Now, why most people can't actually do that? Because people are actually addicted to something called instant gratification. Why? Because all day long they spend time scrolling, doom scrolling, eating junk food, getting that instant dopamine hit. Well, you don't get that when you want to make money. It needs to take time. It is a long journey. Trading is a long journey. When people say it is not worth it, or it is just all gambling and you would lose all your money in it, these people are the ones who weren't patient in the game. They just maybe tried it for 2 months, 3 months, and then they just quit. That's how they fail. A losing week doesn't mean you're bad. And a winning week doesn't mean that you're good. It all comes to the decisions that you make. Did you follow your rules? Did you follow the system? Did you follow your strategy? Now, here's an example I'm going to give you. Let's say you entered a trade based off of your rules, your systems, your confluences, and your stop loss hits. Well, you didn't lose. Why? Because you basically followed your rules and systems. That's why you basically didn't lose. You can learn from this mistake. However, let's say you took another trade, but without following your system, you just, let's say, gambled, and you won that trade. You make money off of that trade. Well, here is where you lost. Because you didn't follow anything, and you didn't learn anything about it. Now, what actually changed for me? I'm talking from my experience in this game. Every time I entered a trade, I would feel stressed and anxious. I would even wake up in the middle of the night at 3 a.m. just to check my trade if it's doing good or bad. Why? Because I didn't even have a system. I didn't even have a strategy. Now, what I do, place that trade, TPs, stop loss, based on my rules, systems, risk management, and I just forget about it. Set and forget. That's all you need. Analyze before you enter the trade. Don't chase the trade, let the trade come to you. And you will win. It will take time, yes. But eventually, it will pay. It will definitely pay. Now here's a bit of advice. Journal every trade that you take. If you don't journal every trade that you take, how will you even realize the patterns that you're doing? You need feedback from yourself. If you don't get that feedback, how will you improve? You won't improve, you won't progress in this industry. You would fail without knowing where your mistakes are. So journal every trade that you take. I know your ego will hurt. So what? Take it. Shut your ego off. Just turn it off and write every single trade that you take. The reasonings, the whys and why nots. Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Everything. What you felt. Just write down everything. Grade yourself on execution, not profit. Did you execute this correctly? Did you follow your rules? Or did you just gamble? Set a review day. For example, every week or month or quarter, you can open your journal and review all the trades that you took. This will actually make you realize and look for the patterns that you're actually doing. Let's say you have a winning month, for example, and you reviewed that month. oh, this is the pattern that I did. Nice. Let me do that pattern repeatedly. And boom, you make a lot of money. A losing month? That's the stuff that I did. Okay, let me not do that again. Accept the boredom. Boredom is part of this process. It is boring. Forget about this instant gratification. We're not in a casino. This is a business. This is a business. Everybody thinks trading is like gambling. It is not. If you take it seriously, and if you focus on the process, it is not. It is, you need to treat it like a business. Every loss is like basically you're investing in your business. You're basically donating to the market to learn from it. Analyze each loss, analyze each win, and you will progress. The people who make it aren't actually smarter. They just stayed long enough and they didn't quit. They believed in the process, they believed in their systems, they believed in themselves that they could make it. And it took time. And it got really boring, especially for me. And then you will just succeed and make a lot of money. I'm gonna end with this. Focus on what you control. And just stop worrying about the things that you cannot control. That's it. Focus on the inputs and forget about the outputs. The results will come. The last thing I want to say is, if any of this got you hyped, let's say, and you want to actually build a structurized system, structurized rule-based approach to this industry, I actually do free discovery calls. No pitch, no fluff. I won't sell you anything. I just look at where you're at, where you're leaking at, and whether I can help or not. Link is in the description if you're interested. Thank you guys for watching. Please ask any questions in the comments down below and I will answer accordingly.